YouTube, what up? Right now we got SwishOut. Shout out to my bro. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I do enjoy his content. You know, I was actually editing my videos and I was going through, I was trying to figure out what the title of this thing, the video I just did, because I forgot the title. And I seen on my recommendations or whatever, I seen bro upload the video and then they had my favorite player on it. Talking about some we still haven't learned from Kobe's career. And I hope he don't say nothing foul. He say he a Kobe fan, but I feel like he be biased toward LeBron a little bit too much, bro. So, you know what I'm saying, why not go ahead and, you feel me? Because I know a lot of y'all probably watch that nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Not really my subscribers, but people in general. And then, you know, I'm really trying to get into the sports, like be on the sports side a little bit more, like as far as getting more exposure for that, because shit, a lot of this music shit is really getting copyrighted and shit. I ain't able to eat off that shit really, so I gotta find different avenues and shit. Like whenever my following gets even bigger, I'll be able to pick up the joysticks and be able to make money out of that, because you know that's the whole goal, you know what I mean? So shout out to bro, he's a hard worker. Let's go ahead and get into this video, man. I'm excited.
Somewhere towards the end of my life, the change between that time frame to somewhere towards the end of my career, and then what changed between that time frame to now, social media, Twitter, all those types of things that has invaded the personality and the personal times of individuals. I don't know if I could have survived in this Twitter time where you don't have the privacy that you would want.
All right, man. I seen a funny ass comment on my Skip Bayless video, bro. It was like, bro, Swish, you start every single video with a huff and a big ass, all right, man, I didn't even want to do this video. But today, bro, I am 100% honest. I did not want to do this video. I never wanted to make a GOAT video touch on the topic because it is a everlasting topic that has way too many layers over.
Hey, and I'm glad I'm glad he brought that up, because Famous Low brought up a very good point. A very good point. Bro was like, when Kobe was playing and he was winning his 5th, 4th ring and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? They was comparing, it was only Mike and Kobe that was doing like who was the greatest and shit like that. But when LeBron started making his run, it ain't about LeBron's entering the GOAT conversation. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. But how are you gonna dismiss Kobe? Now all of a sudden Kobe, he ain't top 10, or he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, that shit crazy, bro. That's the new folks, bro.
And I'm gonna go into all that in this one specific video. Now, really quick.
Like, niggas, bro, I fuck with Brian, but his fans is crazy, bro. Like, these niggas weren't even allowed to watch First Take in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they just, LeBron, man, just look at the numbers. Numbers don't tell everything, bro.
If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and follow my social media sites. That's where I'm at, Twitter, IG now. I just made a new IG. I don't really use Snapchat like that, but I still get snaps. I'm sorry, I can't get back to everybody, but if you want to keep, in touch with me, that's where I'm at. Now, I knew after LeBron won his championship, everybody knew it was going to stir up more GOAT convos, more. It's the most irritating thing in NBA sports debates. Like, it's so annoying because you can't prove who's right and who's wrong. I remember when the great late Kobe Bryant passed, right? R.I.P. Kobe. I made a video directly the day after, and I said these GOAT debates, critiquing another player's career and all this stuff to compare it to somebody else, those days are finally put to rest. Now looking back at that video, and I put it on private now because I don't really like the video right after Kobe passed. I was emotional and all that stuff. Now that I look back at that video, it just made no sense because it was me thinking logically, expecting the internet to follow. That's not how the internet, that's not how media works. If Kobe Bryant, if his career taught me one thing, it's to appreciate a player while he's playing. I'm not even saying he has to pass. Let's not wait till somebody retires to finally give them their flowers. If
They
you
not
ask
giving
me,
their flowers now.
and you would have to put a gun in my head to get an answer, bro, because I absolutely hate answering this question. It's very irritating.
Only real niggas that play in the
really
NBA be
right
giving
answer, bro.
Kobe
It's
his
too many
proper
layers to it. But if you ask me,
appreciation,
who had
you know
the
what I'm
greatest
saying,
NBA
bro?
career of all time? Mind you, I'm not debating nobody, so don't timestamp me talking about player A, player B, player C. I understand every logical point. But if you ask me, I'm going to say Michael Jordan. What's my perspective and what's my reasoning? I think Michael Jordan had the most effective career in NBA history, besides Bill Russell, and I'm talking about in the modern NBA history. He had the most effective career. And what do I mean by that? Once he hit his prime and got the ball rolling, he left absolutely no food on the table for anybody else. That's what I mean. I feel like LeBron really hit his prime really in the 2010s. A lot of people ate in the 2010s. KD, Steph Curry, Kawhi, Tim. A lot of people had success, and that's the difference. Now, before all you LeBron sexuals, oh my God, the world is ending. I'm about to go dislike this video. I'm going to comment and say you don't know sports. You're such an idiot. I can't stand you, Swish. I'm unsubbing.
Like, bro, like, fam, people be disrespecting Kobe so much, bro. They don't realize, fam. Kobe ain't played for the first 3 years of his career, but the coach ain't fuck with him like that, bro. I forgot who was playing in front of him, but Kobe was riding the bench for 3 straight years. They wanted to bring up numbers and shit. My boy ain't played when he first got in the league. He ain't have a certified spot. Then when he finally started hooping, he won 3 rings, putting up 20-something a game in the finals, whatever. Help Shaq was a big part of Shaq's 3 rings, you know what I'm saying? Finals MVPs or whatever. They said Shaq was carrying. He couldn't win without Shaq, and he did, fam. He won twice back to back, fam. And they just, which is 5 rings more than Shaq. And you know what I'm saying, like, bro. I just don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be watching First Take, Undisputed, for entertainment. But when it come to GOAT talks and just all that, bro, I really just be dismissing that, bro. Cause that shit really just be irritating me, bro. And I just.
What's up right now? Calm down.
You know
I'm
what
about
saying?
to debunk my own argument and show you why there's way too many layers to this damn answer. You can counter my argument because, like I said, this argument has way too many layers and way too much context that we put blindfolds to. You can counter this argument by saying LeBron had tougher, more diverse competition. And to me, that's just a fact. When LeBron entered the NBA in 03, right? The NBA was played from inside out. What does that mean? Bigs ran the NBA. Shaq, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Jermaine O'Neal, Amari Stoudemire, Dirk Nowitzki. These players ran the NBA, and it was a pick-and-roll offense ran by the bigs. It was way more interior defenders. This is how it was. Like, all the shooters that we see nowadays, they were the icing, and the bigs were the cake that basically had the entire foundation relying on them.
No cap.
Now, in the 2010s, a switch happened. The icing that was once the...
And this nigga Kobe only got 1 MVP, fam. Like, that's crazy too, fam. Like, fam, that... It's just numbers don't tell the full story. Like, people don't understand how dominant Kobe Bryant was, bro. It ain't the highlights. I want you to watch games of Kobe Bryant, fam. And you gonna see how effective that nigga was when he was on the court, bro. He wasn't just a selfish player. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo. You know.
The shooters, they basically became the cake. And the shooters that now became the cake, they didn't become the cake in the traditional form. Like, they didn't come in the form of Reggie Miller and Steve Kerr and John Paxson and, you know, the shooters of the 90s. They came in the form of Kevin Durant, a 7-foot sniper that Michael Jordan never had to worry about. Michael Jordan never had to worry about countering his twos with threes. He never had that in his life. Pretty much the exact style that MJ struggled with early in his career. The small point guard with
Nets,
the bigs,
the
Isaiah
Nets in the
Thomas,
Lakers
Dennis
in the
Rodman,
championship,
Bill
bro.
Laimbeer.
Next year,
you know,
bro.
that style that
No
beat him.
cap, bro.
That was the style that he finished off beating. John Stockton and Karl Malone, the small point guard with the bigs. Gary Payton and Sean Kidd, the small point guard with the big. Like, his didn't change. LeBron's completely switched All this is exactly why there's no definite answer. Yes, I can say Michael Jordan had the most effective career and dominated and left no food on the table, but if I compare it to LeBron's competition, to me there's no competition. And on the flip side, I can say, okay, LeBron, you left too much food on the table. You should have 5 championships right now if you didn't choke against Dallas. Like, it's too many.
Oh God, and I swear to God, fam, I was on Twitter, bro. These motherfuckers said the Dallas Mavericks swept the Lakers. They gentlemen sweep the OKC. They beat somebody else, I forgot. But fam, they were trying to make the excuse for LeBron losing the finals in 2011 because the Dallas Mavericks was a good team, fam. But their second best player was Jason Terry, or old ass Jason Kidd, or Sean Marion that wasn't in his prime no more. And the fact that Dwayne Wade, if they would have won, Dwayne Wade would have been Finals MVP because everybody knows LeBron had a meltdown in 2011, and that is no excuse. Like, that is none at all, period. You know what I mean? But I like LeBron though. It just motherfuckers just be irritating me, bro.
Layers to it, and we have to add context. If you
need a website? Go to Fiverr.com and find a programmer in seconds. Or don't go to Fiverr.
really wanted to, you could add Kobe in this conversation. And I'm not one to think, Kobe's the GOAT or anything like that. I don't think he is. But if you really wanted to, you can say Kobe had success against Michael Jordan's competition, not specifically Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan's competition to some degree, and LeBron's competition. You can really say that. He won 5 championships and kind of in different eras, so you can say that. Also, you can say Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, you can say he won in every single era. He won in the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. And if you really look at it, look at what he really beat. I don't understand how anybody can look at Tim Duncan's competition and kind of roll their eyes at it. Like, bro, I just don't get that. Like, bro, you can say in 03, yes, he beat the woeful Nets, and the Nets shouldn't have been there and all that stuff.
He's the greatest fault.
But look at who he beat en route to getting to the Nets. He beat the Lakers, who just three-peated. Yes, you can say Kobe and Shaq was fighting. Shaq was overweight and fat and all that stuff. But that ain't his fault. That's not Tim Duncan's fault that they had their clashing and all that stuff. He beat the Miami Heat, and he really should have beat them twice if you really look at it. Yes, Tim Duncan, you can say he beat the finals, so they were good to some extent. You don't get to the finals back-to-back and be no, they were a good team. Then he beat the Miami Heat, and he really should have beat them twice if you really look at it. Yes, Tim Duncan missed the layup around the rim and all that stuff, but if Greg Popovich actually had him in the game when he was dominating on the glass, when Chris Bosh got the rebound and all that stuff, he probably would have been a 6-time NBA champion with no finals defeats. Bro, come on, never even played each other.
Solid video by my boy. But y'all like the video, man. If you like this type of content, you know what I mean? I'm really gonna do it anyways, but if you do like it, go ahead and let me know. And like the video, man. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so that's the goal. I'm probably gonna post some more videos tomorrow and probably for the rest of the week up to Saturday. So I'm gonna fuck with y'all, bro. I'm out of here.